Welcome to the Hem Report, keeping America on track every single day.
They're financing.
But ISIS is gaining strength, aren't they?
Well, I don't think they're gaining strength. What is true is that from the start, our goal has been first to contain, and we have contained them.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Hem Report. My name is Raphael Hem. Today is 16 November 2015. I want to start today's show by asking the president and those on the left that are running for president, how can you go on a news interview and tell them that we have ISIS contained, and then a few hours later, we have a major terrorist attack in Paris, France? Is no one briefing the president? Does he not read the intelligence reports? I'm sure it's in there. And then that pitiful Democratic presidential debate, if you want to call it that, where they can't even use the word Islam. I don't know. You guys tell me, what does ISIS stand for? But they don't call it ISIS. Of course, they call it all different names except that. If you can't name our enemy, how are you going to defeat them? Do you not understand they want to kill us and change our way of life? At what point will these people that we have elected, not me, but the left has elected, even some Republicans, get this through their brain? This appeasement does not work. The terrorists know that we are weak and that we will not do anything. I mean, how sad is it that just the next day, the president releases 4 prisoners from Guantanamo Bay? Could he not just wait a week? They've already been in there for 13 years. What's week? Show some leadership. This president is so committed to closing the detention center facility at Guantanamo Bay that it's so pitiful, so shameful to watch. What happened to our American leaders that stood for something, that led the world? What do we get for releasing all these criminals, all these terrorists? It is such an unpopular decision, but he continues to do it. I don't understand it. I can't think of anything in my mind to make it clear. I mean, it's less than 48 hours after the massive attack on Paris from ISIS. Just wait a week. It's not that difficult. And then we have the 3 presidential candidates running for on the Democratic ticket. Well, one's a socialist. They can't say the word Islamic terrorist. That is what they are. When will they recognize this? If you cannot name your enemy or recognize the threat they pose to you, you will never be able to defeat your enemy. Political correctness is literally killing the free world. And then you have Bernie Sanders, who say people are terrorists because of global warming. What the hell is that guy thinking? What's wrong with him? I don't understand how 47% of these people of America are going to vote for one of those candidates. I mean, this guy has doubled down saying that climate change or global warming or whatever the hell they call it is the cause of terrorism and our greatest national security threat. Does anyone believe that? When have these guys been right? Just give me one example when one of these liberal lunatics have been right. Has Al Gore been right? What he predicted, has any of that come true? I mean, here's what Bernie says. You can't make this stuff up. If we're going to see an increase of drought and flood and extreme weather disturbances as a result of climate change, what that means is that the people all over the world are going to be fighting over limited natural resources. Okay, which one of these Islamic terrorists are fighting over natural resources? Name one. Was Osama bin Laden looking for natural resources? I beg to remember here, I think that this guy lived in a cave, so I don't know, maybe he was looking for some candles. Maybe he wants to come here to go to Yankee Candles. I don't understand what this guy is talking about, or any of these guys on the left. We need to wake up, because this is deadly towards America, this political correctness, this left-leaning socialist direction we're heading towards. And then we have the president who's also doubling down and bringing more refugees into the country. More refugees into the country from Syria. Why? If you knew a thug and a whole bunch of thugs, would you bring them to your house or say, hey, let's bring in more of these people into my house? If someone steals from you, are you going to bring that guy back in your house? Or if there's a risk, they say they're going to be able to study their background and vet each one of these people. Look how well the vetting process worked with Major Nadal Hassan. How well did that work? If you don't remember, he was the Army major psychiatrist, terrorist, that killed 13 people in 2009, and our politically correct president called it workplace violence. See that some Democrats are brave enough to tell the truth and part with the president. Senator Dianne Feinstein contradicted President Obama, disagreeing with his claim that the Islamic State is contained. She says, "I've never been more concerned. I read intelligence faithfully. ISIL is not contained, it is expanding," contradicting the president, her own party leader. She says they just put out a video saying it is their intent to attack this country. I think we have to be prepared. Another good news, half of America's governors are saying no to the Syrian refugees, and I'm happy to say that I live in one of those states. But I ask myself, where are the other 50% of the American governors that are saying yes to the refugees, and what are they getting out of this deal? You have to also ask yourself, would you want one of these refugees as your neighbor? Would you feel safe with one of these refugees in your neighborhood? How will they vet these refugees when they can't vet an Army major who killed 13 American heroes? Give me your opinion at thehimreport.com. I'm Raphael Helm signing out. Visit thehimreport.com for more news and updates.